Peace in, people. Use the force. Positive mental attitude. So, morning thoughts. I hear, not just, so generally, I hear people saying, social media is bad for you. You got to limit it. You got to stay off it. I think there's only one thing that makes any sense to me in that whole concept, and it's nothing to do with social media. I believe this. Now, let me just quickly say the one thing that I think that makes sense in that before I jump on. So the thing I think that makes sense in that is the part of the sentence where you have some type of self-control. That's it. Let me break this down for you. Social media is a tool. It's like your mind. It's a tool, right? There's a saying, the mind is a dutiful servant, but a cruel master. I often say the mind is a beautiful servant, but a cruel master. I just prefer the way it sounds. So what's the point? Well, the point is that the external is not the problem. The external is not the problem. What we've been taught, our psychology, is highly flawed. You know, do I need to break down the fact that we have to walk past and accept homeless people? The system. I've broken it all down. It's in previous videos, so I hear different people around the internet that say, in fact, no, I'm going to be specific. There's a guy who I follow, who I respect, so I am not disrespecting in any way, but I'm about growth and progression. So I'll wake up in the morning, I'll grab my phone, I'll check in, I'll see who has commented on one of my videos, who has liked some of my music, who has interacted with me. That's not a problem. The problem in lies when you don't then put your phone down, get up, do something you haven't done, get on with doing something you want to do, and focus on what your mission is. Whether your mission is becoming great with a football, or whether your mission is writing music, or whether your mission is self-progression and growth. So, there are no external problems, only internal ones. Right? So, when we learn to take control of what's going on inside, whatever we use outside is irrelevant, because you will use social media. Social media won't use you, because social media will use you if you let it. I own who I am. So no one, no company, no politician will affect me or infect me. Okay? So when you own your sovereignty, not on paper, because none of us own it on paper. On paper, we're all slaves. That's contract. Whatever. That's the birth certificate and the royals and the hierarchy and all that crap. But when you own your mind, right? When your mind is in service to you, it doesn't matter about what you use externally. You see? So, what we need to focus on is who we are. what we think and how we think, then the choices we make in each moment will be all the more powerful for us and for others. So I don't believe that deleting Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, blah blah, fill in the blank, I don't believe that's the answer. Where I believe the answer lies is in leaving the app on your phone and saying to yourself, I can check into my apps X amount of times a day. Whatever works for you. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just pointing out my observations and how I've implemented them in life and how I feel that in service lost my thread a bit there. You know, I just try to let this shit flow. But you get the idea, right? I am in service. My actions are both selfish and selfless, because it's the balance. You can't have one without the other, and then that creates something new. And that's what I'm looking for, is something new. New ways of thinking, new ways of being. How can we, as the people, how can we as humankind be kinder to ourselves and others and create the future we all wanted to be born into? Anyway, that's me, off the deep end for the morning. Peace, use the force, positive mental attitude, be kind with your thoughts, and keep loving your hearts. Peace in.